We started our discussion by noting how communication and speaking skills were the missing factors and partly a causal element in the low employability of Indian graduates. So why is it that people do seem to pay a lot of attention to speaking skills, but not a lot of people religiously practice it? When it comes to communication, we all tend to think we are pretty good at it. The truth is, even those of us who are good communicators aren't nearly as good as we think we are.
This is actually called the closeness communication bias. The overestimation of our ability to communicate is magnified when interacting with people we know well. Researchers at the University of Chicago, Booth School of Business, put this theory to the test, and what they discovered is startling. In the study, the researchers paired subjects with people they knew well and then again with people they had never met. The researchers discovered that people who knew each other well understood each other no better than people who had just met. Even worse, participants frequently overestimated their ability to communicate, and this was more pronounced with people they knew well. The notion that, what I know is different from what you know, is essential for effective communication. When communicating with people we know well, we make presumptions about what they understand, presumptions that we do not make with strangers. This tendency to overestimate how well we communicate is widely prevalent. One can, of course, cancel the effect by practicing with unknowns. Practicing via increasing extroversion and networking, and finding ways and means to cancel it can be helpful. Every time you speak to someone for the first time, observe yourself and be conscious of the communication signals. Notice their body language, and focus on improving your skills.
So, one of the first few things we can do, of course, is practice. Preparation and practice go hand in hand. Preparation involves knowing your content, your audience, and knowing your role, apart from eliminating any communication biases, such as the one we talked about. Put thought into understanding the requirements and key deliverables. Why are you communicating? What are you communicating? What are you communicating for? Communication is a two-way street. Concentrate while being on the receiving end of communication, and be open to different perspectives. Don't hear to respond, listen to understand. Try to reply to what they ask you, not what you think they ask you. The key is to reflect and reciprocate. Apply your mind to understanding the audience and your partners in communication. When you are prepared, you appear prepared and confident in your delivery. 90% of communication is non-verbal. So, have a confident posture, look people in the eye, project your voice, and use your hands to reinforce your words. Try to engage the audience through experiences. Storytelling is an art that helps people connect through experiences. Take people through the journey of your struggle, action, and solution, engage them and increase their interest in your tale. This will ensure they have something to remember you or your deliverable by.
Most people communicate in a storytelling or linear fashion. They start their written communication from some point in the past and write a sequential story with a punchline at the end. Unfortunately, in business, sequential storytelling can quickly lose an audience's interest. The Minto pyramid principle puts the punchline first, and then you reinforce your punchline with structured thinking. This principle needs to become second nature in both your written and verbal communication. Start out with the main point, and then reinforce that point with structured arguments. You will be amazed at how well people respond to clear, concise, and structured arguments.
In this day and age, technology is one of the greatest tools available to us in the 21st century. Being comfortable with and making the best out of the tools available will be a great asset in the communication process. Technology has also enabled transparency in our processes and made everyone more accessible within the realms of social media and screens. Use technology as an enabler rather than letting it be a barrier to communication because of your lack of preparation or comfort. Every once in a while, when you are talking, stop, take a pause, and let others join the discussion. One of the easiest ways to kill a conversation is to keep on talking. People don't have the patience or ability to focus when someone hogs the airtime. Another important tip is to get to know your fillers. You know those sounds and words that you fill the space between your arguments with, such as, like, I mean, you know, and okay. Have someone you trust observe you and tell you your fillers and then become aware of them and work on reducing their use. Fillers are typically a blind spot for most people. Smile and ensure congruent body language. If you're excited, tell your face about it. Your body language should match your words.
In order to further understand and improve upon the elements of communication discussed in this session, a student can get involved in some of the following activities: giving presentations, taking reviews from your peers, getting involved in group projects and team competitions, volunteering, customer service internships, writing and following blogs, giving and listening to TED and TEDx talks, and getting involved in communication-based activities such as Model United Nations and debates. This brings us to the end of our session of the importance of communication and the soft skills involved within it. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor, for helping us understand the importance of communication and how it can be improved to further our careers. Let's end this final section by answering a few questions.